Here I'm working on a old mesh and I want to kind of bring it up to better visual quality by adding some bevels and corners. So I already did this on a few parts of the mesh right here. So before I had hard edges, just 90-degree corners, and I'm updating some of these edges to create a nice transition, a nice bevel across the geometries, and it just looks a lot more visually appealing. I don't want to do this to every single piece, going across to this piece and do the same thing what I did for this. In addition, I don't want to UV every single one of these. I want to speed that process up as well. I want to really cut my time down. So to do this, I'm going to utilize just working on one element and then duplicating it across for all the other pieces. Even then, I don't want to duplicate this manually, having to rotate and reposition. And this all comes down to just working on the grid as well as working in the world origin. And this object is symmetrical, and because of this, it'll make this entire process much simpler. So I've completed one piece, and I'm just going to use this now to duplicate for all the other pieces and delete the old ones. So the UVs are also complete. And this is important because I want to do the UVs once and then duplicate them all the way across and then just do my layout later. So once I have this one piece complete, I need to duplicate it and I need to position this one completed piece for all the other pieces across. So the pivot can be anywhere else, but I need to modify the pivot point for this one piece to be in the center of the world. And then I can use duplicate with translate and then rotate all the pieces very quickly by repeating the rotation and position of my duplicated piece. I'm going to hold down D and X, middle mouse click and drag to reposition and modify my pivot point to be in the world origin. I'm going to press Shift+D. This duplicates with translate. So now it remembers the values for rotation and translation. I'm going to switch over to rotate tool, E, hold down J to snap, rotate my object and rotate it 90 degrees. So now, as long as I have this selected, I can now press Shift+D again, and it will repeat the same rotation and translation that I did before. And with it still selected, I'm going to press Shift+D again and then duplicate it and rotate it again. So now all the other pieces have been positioned. Now all I have to do is select the old mesh, which is right behind here, and delete it. Delete this one and delete this one. So now the new mesh has been replaced and all ones have been deleted, and it took literally 10 to 15 seconds.